I'm standing here at the Tubman African American Museum of Art and History and Science and Inventions and a whole lot of other stuff that is housed here at this phenomenal museum is named, of course, Mrs. Harriet Tubman. And I think it's important to be standing by Ms. Tubman because we need to continue to emphasize history and the role that history plays in where we are and where we need to go. We're going to start continue rather, talking about first, black people who was the first to do this or the first to do that. And unfortunately, a young lady named Miss Claudette Colvin died this week. And what a lot of people don't know is that, she refused to give up her seat before Rosa Parks, before about 8-9 months before. So that was kind of the beginning of the movement, although they didn't use her like they did Rosa Parks. But she was the one to kind of spark it. And because of certain factors, they said, well, you might not be the best. But let me tell you what happened. The reason she refused to give up her seat, watch me, young people, is because she learned in school that the Constitution gave her certain rights. So she used the Constitution as her basis for saying, I'm not going to give up my seat. However, as a result of her effort and as a result of that incident, then that's kind of like later on, 8-9 months later, Ms. Rosa Parks did the same thing. And then the NAACP got involved and other organizations got involved, and that kind of sparked the movement. But the point is, everything has a beginning. So, and you can do the same thing. I can do the same thing. We can do the same thing. We can find meaningful ways to kind of look at injustices and wrongs and then make ourselves a committee of one in the right manner, of course, to address it in the right manner. And I want to strongly emphasize that all of these factors influence where we are economically, because we got to know our history, because our history brings us together. And if we are together, then we try to conceptualize approaches that we can use to uplift our community. And of course, one of the approaches, I published the Make a Middle Georgia Black page. Incidentally, I'm celebrating my 35th anniversary of that publication. So we can utilize that information to uplift the community. And economically is one of them, because there are so many businesses and there are so many things that we can do quietly without a whole lot of fanfare to uplift our community. And we should do that because it's because of people like her that we were able to progress. And I think that we owe it to her, we owe it to Claudette, we owe it to Ms. Rosa Parks, we owe it to Dr. King, we owe it to Dr. Ralph David Abernathy to keep the fire burning and appreciate, understand, and be motivated to continue the efforts that they started. And again, my words of encouragement for this year is let's get it fixed in 2026. And my final expression, as I do in all of my Blackenomics series, don't just stand there, do something.